Are you ready for some tips for FC26? I'm someone that actually played the beta, even though I can't give you exact details of it because of the EA agreement, but what I can do is give you some advice on how to start the game a little bit better than people that didn't see any of it. I'm not gonna have like fancy graphics and all that. I'm not editing the video or anything. I'm just gonna give you the information that I know that might help you out. So right here at the start, my goal is for more fun and less stress. If you've played the older games, plenty of people get stressed out from it. You can earn more stuff if you're willing to go through a lot of stress, but I'd personally earn slightly less and have a lot more fun, because that's the whole purpose of having games in the first place. In this video I will be covering a little bit about the transfer market, some suggestions how to use your FC points, a little bit of information about starter team building, but not many exact players suggestions, how to get more cards, important dates, and that I will be doing some tutorials for gameplay and celebrations, and doing some player and SBC reviews in the future. So the first thing we'll cover is important dates. September 17th is when Team of the Week 1 comes out, even though people don't have the game yet. The Team of the Week 2 doesn't come out till the 24th. On the 19th, which is actually the night of the 18th, because it's at midnight when the game's supposed to release, at least on consoles, unless you do all the stuff for New Zealand and everything, changing your stuff up, which I wouldn't recommend messing with. It's not worth the few extra hours, because if you get it the few extra hours by doing all that, people need to sleep at some point. So the people that do that, they're going to get tired anyways and be sleeping. So what I'd suggest is that Thursday, take a nap in the late afternoon for a few hours, then you can be up at midnight if you really want to play it early. PC players do get it a little bit earlier though, I think like 12 hours or something. The 21st is the first squad battles rewards, so that means if you did get it right away on the 19th, then that Friday and Saturday you need to play all of your squad battles matches, so that way you can get rewards for that. And then the 25th is Rivals rewards, which is before the standard edition comes out. Most people get the standard edition, I'm sure, but if you got the ultimate edition, make sure and do Rivals. I wouldn't do it those first couple days. I'd focus on squad battles and try to get as much as you can, so that way you can improve your team before going into Rivals. The next thing is how to use your FC points. I know it'll be tempting. There will be card packs in the store. This is mainly for people that pre-ordered it. They get those. It's 6,000 FC points. You get 2,000 each time. And their pitch notes that EA released today, it says September 19th when you first log in you get 2,000. Then October 19th, exactly 1 month after, you get your next 2,000. And November 19th is when you get your last 2,000. So that's when you'll actually get your points. I would not use it on those store packs. It's usually not worth it. You won't get the value out of them. There's draft that you can use them on, and then there's season pass. I'd suggest saving all or most of them for season pass, because that was either 1,000 FC points, which you get 6, so that would be 6 season passes. Plus if you pre-ordered it, the Ultimate Edition gets the first season pass for free, so that'd be 7 seasons. And there's only 10 seasons in the whole year, so by the time you get to the 8th season, you have plenty of coins anyways. But 500,000 coins per season, I'd much rather keep my coins and use those FC points. So the best value is using them for the season pass if you're disciplined enough to save them. If you're tempted and want to use at least a little bit at the start, then I'd say only use up to 1,000, or in this case 900. It usually costs 300 FC points to enter the draft. Now I know most people that talk about the draft say use the online one and not the single player one. If you look up the rewards in the past, if you get 4 wins in the single player, that's on par with rewards from 3 wins in online. So unless you have a great internet connection, you have good skills and everything from day one, then I wouldn't suggest doing the online. Even if you're great at the game, if you have poor internet connection, or like I do, mine works like a roller coaster, it's more consistent to actually do the single player draft. And you can do that 3 times and then still save your other 1,000 SP points, or not SP, FC points, sorry, for the season passes in the future. So you'd still have 5,000 of those plus the first free one, so that's 6 season passes you could get if you just did the single player draft 3 times in order to get a little bit of a boost. If you want to get more cards, like I said, make sure and do squad battles the first 2 days. They've actually increased the number of matches for squad battles. Before, it was 3 sets of 4 for 12, plus the team of the week and the other team at the top. So it was 14 total. They've increased it to 18 total matches now. Now that means 2 things. One, you're going to have to do more matches in order to get your rewards from squad battles. But it also means doing those matches, you're getting more coins. Because even if you try FC25 right now, if you have it, you're getting on average anywhere from 500 to 700 coins per squad battles match. Don't put it on difficult though. It's better to do it whatever difficulty is easy for you, so that way you can get 5 points and have a clean sheet. That's what matters the most for squad battles, for the points you'll get for your ranking. Gold 1 is plenty good. If you look at rewards right now, if you have FC25, look at the rewards for Gold 1, and then look at the rewards for like Elite 2 and 3. You actually could get more coins out of Gold 1 than you can from those bottom 2 Elite ones. The Elite ones give you like a 1 to 3 player pick instead of just a pack for the current promo, but you get more tradable packs that are worth more coins by doing Gold 1. Once I realized that, I purposely avoided getting those other 2 Elite ones. And then Elite 1, to me, it's not worth the stress to get that and having real difficult matches. So I'd suggest aiming for Gold 1. And then after that, after you do all your matches, if you want, you can do extras if you're working on Evos, or if you just want extra coins. Because, 500 plus coins per match, that adds up. You can get 1,500 to 2,000 per hour, somewhere around there, of coins. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's also should be objectives. If you look at FC25 on I think it's milestones, and you look down, probably you've already completed them, but it'll have things like complete 250 goals in any game mode, any difficulty of Ultimate Team, which means you could put it on amateur difficulty, and then you can get like 25 goals in a match on that difficulty. So if you did 10 matches, that would get the 250 goal requirement, and you could get a jumbo or mega rare players pack, and that's really valuable at the beginning of the game. So I'd suggest doing that, looking wherever the objectives are and seeing which thing is based on like goals and things like that, or a certain number of like power shots or finesse goals, however they organize it, to where you could, once you finish your normal squad battles for your ranking, you could do the extra ones and just put it in the easiest difficulty and complete those. It might take you like 10 matches, but you can get stuff that's really valuable right away in the game, and that's worth way more than doing the coins and trading and all that stuff. Yeah, I'd wait till after you get your squad battle rewards, so you can upgrade your team and stuff before playing rivals. And if you can manage to do these extra matches to get like a jumbo or rare mega players pack, then you'll have even more of an advantage if you go and play rivals without spending any coins. Yeah, I already did this. Oh, the draft. Yeah, I'd suggest semi-pro because that usually achieves any objectives that you need. Semi-pro is good enough, and the coin difference on the higher difficulties is very little. And at least in last year, it didn't even change the packs that you earn at all. Semi-pro or world class or whatever, we're getting the same packs, so it's not worth the stress. The point of the game is have more fun and still get your rewards. So I'd choose semi-pro for draft, and like I said, do the single player because it's the same as 3 wins in multiplayer, but the single player 4 wins is a lot easier, especially with internet connections. Now at the start of the game, England is the focus of the first promo. It'll probably be a short promo, and then they're going to have a England only single country tournament at the end of that. Now Premier League is already the most popular every year regardless, but because the England promo, it's going to be even more in demand. So if you get England cards from your tradable packs, whether it's from squad battles or if you do the draft those 3 times, those packs are normally tradable. If you get Premier League players, you can sell them and make a good profit early in the game. If you like Premier League yourself and really like certain players, if you happen to get one of your favorite players, keep them. Just sell the rest of them. Yeah, I'd only buy players with coins that you actually want long term. Not that you want to buy them because they're the meta player for that 1 or 2 weeks. And long term, I mean someone that you want to keep using Evos on and keep them throughout the year. Because I had a few players that I did that with in FC25, and they're still in my team today. And I bought them for like 600 coins way back, a base gold card, and just kept evoing them because they're some of my favorite players. So in that case, it's worth it. But I wouldn't go out and buy the meta expensive players that are only going to be like that for a couple weeks and then have to lose coins and lose their value and buy more. Sometimes you can get stadium items. I'm not sure this year what it'll be. It might be the kits. It might be the stadium itself, but sometimes there's stadium items, and when you put to list them for sale, it actually allows you to list them lower than the quick sell price. And there's always people that mess up on that and accidentally do list them for the minimum price, which is lower than the quick sell. So you might want to look out for those, so that way you can buy them for easy profit. And if you manage to get them on the minimum bid and no one's paying attention, you got them, well then just quick sell it. It's instant profit. Let me see. Yeah, I'd save most of my coins for Evos too. If you're keeping your FC points for the premium pass, then your coins are available for Evos, or if there's 1 or 2 favorite players that you really want. As far as starter team building, like I said, I'd avoid choosing Premier League unless you absolutely are determined to, because it's so popular, because then that way you could sell it a lot. I'd either go with La Liga and Liga F, because you're choosing leagues this time around, or if you like French players, Arkema and Ligue 1, or German players, the male and female Bundesliga. I wouldn't choose the Italian one because there's very few decent Italian women's players, so you're going to get a lot of bad players when it comes to chemistry. The MLS I wouldn't choose either because there's not nearly as many good players there. The NWSL actually has more good players that are worth keeping than the MLS, so I'd avoid those. And then, like I said, Premier League is the best chance for making profit early on because of high demand. The chemistry does matter. They changed it a little bit for the chemistry consumables this time. This time around, it goes by 3, 6, and 9 instead of 4, 8, 12 for what it adds. There's actually a page on their their notes right here. And then it'll have the, let me see, where is it? This, for the chemistry styles. I know you probably can't see it on camera. It's real blurry when I blew it up on my screen too. But anyways, if you go to EA's site for the pitch notes, it shows this. And you can see each chemistry style, exactly how much boost it gives you into which stats. Chemistry styles are valuable in the start of the game, so if you get your team set up and you already use the ones you want, any other tradables, you could sell them and you'll probably make at least a couple thousand coins a piece on the popular ones, which tend to be Hunter, Shadow, Anchor, and Hawk, and then later in the game it'll be Engine. These leagues up here too, there's cross league and club chemistry. See, like La Liga and Liga F, a lot of them, like say Barcelona, Real Madrid, different ones, they have one in the male and female league, and those chemistries do count. So that's why you'd like that. Arkema in League 1, there's actually more clubs, I think, in League 1 than Arkema, so check out Arkema first and see which clubs are in both. Like say Paris SG and stuff like that, they're in both. So that way you get chemistry a lot easier. And same with the Bundesliga, the men's and women's. They have cross chemistry too. Let me see. You'll need 6 squads this year, not just one like last year's, because of Gauntlet mode, if you want to participate in that. So you can have one main squad that you normally use in most Ultimate Team modes, and that can be a mixture of whatever. In Gauntlet mode, whoever you use in one match, you can't use them in the next match, including your subs bench. So you're actually going to need 5 different teams for Gauntlet. So I'd label them whatever you want to name your main team. Then after that, I'd name team 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That way you can try to fill those up, so you'll be able to play Gauntlet mode. And there's supposed to be exclusive rewards and stuff like that for there too. Let me see. You'll also need a silver team early on in the game. I'm not sure how long into the season the silver stuff is going to last, but they are doing silver tournaments early on in the game. When you're choosing people, I'd focus on pace. Try to get as many people as you can that's 80 pace or higher. Make sure they have stamina, because a lot of players with high pace actually have terrible stamina. And then, as if the other person's able to defend the first half, then that's it, they're spent, and they can't move too well. Composure matters for accuracy of your shooting, so they don't miss so much. And your reaction will matter, especially for your defenders in the back. So those are the things to focus on. If you can get players with Relentless, that's even better. But there aren't a whole lot of players with that early on. I will eventually be doing tutorials and reviews. Tutorials would probably be on Tuesdays, and that will be like basic controls, like how to pass and shoot and block and what to do with your goalkeeper. And then as time goes on, how to do the more advanced passes. You don't need the advanced stuff right away because the players don't have the playstyle pluses and all that stuff. But like the through ball, the different kinds of crosses, because there's actually multiple types and stuff like that, or how to curve your pass, the different shots, and of course the different celebration tutorials, because you know, when you score, you want to rub it in your opponent's face, don't you? And then I'll do some player reviews, probably the SBCs. I can't guarantee that I'll get all of them. It'll cost too much of my cards and everything, but I'll get some of them, and when I review them, I'll usually review them in rush mode. The reason why I do that is because I know most reviews are actually in Rivals or something like that. Well, if you're doing the online in those modes where it has to keep track of all these different players, 11 per side, so 22 moving players, it can affect your ping a lot. And because of that, you can get a lot of different variable results. I know rush mode's multiplayer, but even when I've had poor internet connection, most of the time rush mode still functions well, because it's a lot less moving players on the screen. And there's players that perform well in regular matches, like champs and rivals, squad battles and all that, but perform poorly in Rush. But the ones that perform well in Rush, they perform well everywhere. So that's why I'll be doing my reviews in that mode. Yeah, I covered all this. Okay, yeah, the tutorials, I'll probably do them in squad battles because I don't want the internet connection and everything interfering with it, making something too variable. And when I do the tutorials, it's not going to be on a difficulty either, because the whole point is to teach people how to use them. Yeah, and celebration tutorials, so you can rub it in your opponent's face. If you did the Gritty Cup in the FC25, you have that. I never even heard of it before that game. I don't really care about it. I just got it because I know it annoys people if you do it after you score. I really wish it'd just let you DX the opponent instead. Okay, so here's the schedule, but there's no promises that I can keep this up, because it's not easy when you're working to keep all this stuff up. But I'll try to do as much of it as I can. So anyways, the first Saturday, after I've had the game a day, I'll try to show something from the beginning of Ultimate Team. Can't guarantee what that is yet, but I'll show something. Most of the time, what I release will be at 3 p.m. Weekdays, it'll be Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. So, you know, judge that accordingly based on your time zone. It'll either be reviews, like SBCs or player reviews, stuff like that, or it'll be gameplay on the weekdays at 3 p.m. If it's gameplay, a lot of times it probably will be Rush mode because I find that fun. Once the gauntlets are out and stuff, I might post some of that. And I may or may not post champs and rivals, I'm not too sure. But I find Rush to be fun and gauntlets a new mode, so I'm hoping that'll be fun. On Sundays, I can either post manager career or clubs. Now for clubs, if any of the viewers are actually using Xbox One or PlayStation 4 and you'd like to play in the club together, then let me know in the comments. As long as you're decent, you know, you don't have to be good at the game, just decent and actually play as a team, then that's fine. And if you're in the western region of the US, like the central or western, then the connection will probably work better. Because if people are too spread out and there's so many different ones, then it might affect the ping and make it worse. But if you're on Xbox One or PlayStation 4 for crossplay, then leave a comment if you want to join clubs. And if I don't get enough people for that, or if clubs don't seem as fun, then I'll post manager career. That'll either come out at 7 a.m. or 3 p.m. That will depend on when I get the video uploaded and edited. Well, I mean, not edited, just uploaded, and, you know, all the tags and everything you gotta put to post a YouTube video. Saturdays, I'd either be posting Rush play, or it'll be a different game's gameplay. I do like to play other games too, so I know I haven't really posted in like 5 years on my channel, but I'm trying to start again. And Tuesdays is the tutorials. So the first week, I don't know how much of this I'll actually get to the first week, but I'll do my best. Today, yeah, just like this video so that way more people will see it. Got it? This part right here? See that? Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the end of these. And there's the coins for the pre-order. So hopefully you enjoyed it and got some valuable information out of this. Let me just double check my notes in case there's anything I missed that you might need. Yeah, you can actually earn a lot of players if you do the squad battles and all that. And then look in the objectives, whether it's foundations or whatever the other one is at the start. There's two to the right of all those lists. Look into those and see whichever ones that you just score a certain amount of goals or stuff like that. And once you get your squad battles done, put it in the minimum difficulty setting that it allows for those objectives, and try to get those done as soon as possible, because those will get you the bigger packs and you won't have to pay anything, because some of those packs are like 40,000-50,000 coins in value, and they're tradable packs sometimes, so pay attention to that. Alright, I hope this video was useful. See you next time.